Hey guys, so welcome back to Zero Escape Virtue's Lost Reward. Let's carry on where we left off. We're split down the middle. There are winners and there are losers. Or as Alice, Tin Yuji, and Luna would say, assholes and decent folk. Because they're sitting on 1 point, whereas the rest of us are sitting on 6. It's not looking good for them, and honestly, I feel kind of bad for them. So we need to rectify this, because Tin Yuji seems a lot more pissed off in this flow compared to the last one. He was much more accepting of Clover and Kay betraying him than Fi and I, so it's a bit suspicious there. Alice, of course, is rolled up, but not as angry towards Dio and Quark as she was to us, I feel. I don't know. Maybe it's sort of the same. When you're the outside looking in, it's kind of different, right? A different feel to it. Anyway.
As if I'd cry over you, dummy!
Zero's saying farewell, adieu, because apparently they're never going to see us again, so that's nice. What the? You fucking dick!
You mad? Anyway, good luck.
Great. Troll face.
I may be gone, but I'm always watching. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
In another flow, maybe.
Have a nice tragedy.
Another life. ... Indeed. Where do we go from here? Why is there a dead woman in this flow compared to the previous one? So many questions.
That little piece of shit.
What's different? The only thing I can think of that's different is us going into different rooms, right? So, I mean, Fi and I together the whole time. The only thing that's changed is we were with Tin Yuji rather than Alice, so...
If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That's if you're not already puppeteering it. That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So, what happens now?
Now we go through another door.
We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
I can't remember who's solos and who's pairs. I just know that I'm paired with Clover. Yeah, looks like about 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
There is no chance. There is zero chance.
There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking. And if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
I feel I made that dad joke before. I'm so sorry.
Let's split up.
5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so.
Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
No, everyone seems cool. There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. At least Alice will be a lot more cooperative towards us this time. And she seems to know more than she lets on, so that'll be kind of curious. I was the only person who stayed behind. Damn. How the hell did I end up here? Why? Why me? Is he going to reminisce about how he got captured? Try as I might, I couldn't think of anything I'd done that could have landed me in Zero's game. I just don't know if there's going to be anything different, so I guess we just have to go over it one more time. I hadn't pissed anyone off. At least not this bad. I didn't owe anybody money. And my family certainly wasn't rich. If anyone was hoping to get a fat ransom payout from me, they were going to be very disappointed. Obviously, I wasn't some kind of genius. Nor was I an Olympic athlete. I certainly hadn't been chosen by God to fulfill some great purpose on his earth. I mean, you bleed white, so someone's chosen you, whether it's God himself or someone who made your maker, right? Well, at least if I was, I didn't know it yet. Had I started a fight with a frightening and mysterious new religion? No. Had I hacked into some terrorist group's server? No. Had I witnessed an assassination? I mean, your thoughts are kind of out there, Sigma. Maybe want to tone it down a bit. Hacking into a terrorist group's server? How do you do that by accident, you know? Unless you're a hacker, actively looking for places to bust into, right? No. Had I gotten wasted and gone on a one-night stand with a mistress of a prominent politician? Well, yes. But it was just the one time. And she was the one who went after me. Anyway, I was just an ordinary college student. If there was a reason I'd been abducted and put in the Nonary Game, I sure couldn't see it. Why was this happening to me? I thought back to what I'd been doing right before I was taken. The memories were still a little blurry, but they were there. I suppose it wouldn't be a bad idea to go over this one more time, just to refresh our memory. He got kidnapped at a college. He witnessed someone in a gas mask that looked like Zero from the previous game. Obviously, he doesn't know that. Would Clover? December 25th, 2028. Early morning, California desert. The moon was beautiful. I'd just finished writing a paper due that day, and was heading to my car from the research building. The parking lot was empty, and a bright moon cast sharp shadows across the chilly pavement. The last time I'd looked at the clock, it had said it was 2 in the morning, which meant that today was Christmas Day. Every time I hear early morning, I think of like 6 a.m., right? Not 2, even though he's technically correct. So why was I at school, typing away feverishly on Christmas? There were 3 reasons. First, my home computer had suddenly decided to eat shit. When I hit the power button, I just got nothing. So was that a setup, perhaps? Or was it just a coincidence? I didn't have the time to spend all night troubleshooting the stupid thing, so I headed back to campus to use one of the school machines. Second, the professor in charge of my research group was a Buddhist. Christmas didn't appear to have any sort of significance to him, and part of me couldn't shake the thought that he was trying to make some kind of point. Third, my girlfriend had broken up with me a week before. I'm sorry. I don't think we should see each other anymore. Goodbye. All I'd gotten was that one cold email. Jeez, ruthless. Try as I might, I couldn't even get in touch with her. Of course, that meant I wouldn't be attending the party we'd been planning on going to. Somehow I didn't think drinking by myself around a bunch of happy couples would be a good idea, really. I mean, would it be a bad idea? Drinking by yourself, to drink to forget? Obviously I don't condone, like, you know, turning to alcoholism to forget things or try and get over something, but, you know, he's in college, right? At any rate, I'd stayed up all night to finish my paper, and emailed it off to my professor before the sun began to rise. As I walked across the parking lot, I felt light. Perhaps it was the relief of finishing my paper, or perhaps it was the 5 energy drinks I chugged to stay awake. Perhaps it was both. I slid into my car and stuck the key into the ignition after only 2 tries. I twisted the key. Like, is that anarchy symbol? I'm just trying to make sense of what he's wearing, right? Nothing happened. Huh? I jiggled the key in the slot and tried again. And again. And again. On the 5th try, the engine made an odd creaking noise, like metal on metal, and fell silent. Yep, just like your love life there, Sigma. God damn it! You stupid piece of shit! I screamed and pounded on the steering wheel, but nothing worked. The console was about to get a visit from my fist when... Huh? What? What the hell is this? Why is my car smoking? I clawed at the door, and for a moment I thought that it was just my panic and lack of sleep that were keeping me from opening it. It wasn't long before I realized the truth. You were locked in. Shit! Open, goddammit! What was going on? My mind was racing, trying desperately to puzzle out what was happening through a haze of fear and caffeine-fueled neuron misfires. That was when I saw it. Just a glimpse in the rearview mirror, but I was certain. There was someone behind my car. I spun around as fast as a very tired college student sitting in a car can. Yeah, see? That uniform. Who's there? My vision started to swim as the smoke filled the car. The more of it I inhaled, the heavier my body felt, and I could already feel the world starting to go dark. The last of my strength failed, and I collapsed sideways into the passenger seat. My eyes slowly drooped closed. Okay, I don't feel like I learned anything new there. I feel like the flows could have been a bit more optimized, right? If this is the same thing as the other flow, shouldn't it just link to this one square in the middle? But, you know, I digress. When they opened again, I was in the AB room with Phi. I suppose I better just get used to it. I keep crying over the fact that I'm repeating the same thing, but you know what? Let's just swallow it and just keep going. Why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity. I just don't want to repeat content for you guys, you know what I mean? But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kay had said, we needed to at least try and find another way out. So I shook my head, stood up straight, and headed off. It doesn't really matter, right? Because we go to all 3 anyways. So let's just go to the infirmary to start off with. I think that's where we went to first last time. Crew quarters is where we found the bomb. I think that was where I went to last time. Let's go there second, shall we? So let's just go to the room we solved first. Still suspicious about that defibrillator.
Sigma.
Oh, hello, my friend, my buddy, old pal.
What do you want?
Forgiveness, maybe? What do I want? What, you think I'm here to play doctor? Only if you're secretly Clover.
Tell you what, how about I'll be the doctor?
Oh dear. He's gonna try and check out what's wrong with my noggin, because I'm the one who chose betray.
You get on the exam table, and I'll cut you open with that scalpel over there.
Okay, that's mean. Man, are you still pissed? I mean, wouldn't you be, Sigma? Come on, have a little bit of tact here.
What the hell do you think?
Maybe?
My BP's down to 1 thanks to you.
Come on, I already told you I was sorry.
Yes, and that makes it all better. You goddamn idiot.
Yeah, saying sorry isn't gonna get his BP magically up. Well then, what the heck am I supposed to do?
Piss off.
Just leave the guy alone, I guess. Let him cool off for a bit. Maybe try and get his forgiveness later on, but still, even that's a bit precarious. It seems like I'm already doing that.
You don't know the half of it. Just get out of my sight.
Easy solution then. Just close your eyes.
Leave before I make yours black.
Okay.
The last guy I fought went home in an ambulance.
Well, aren't you gonna tell Quark off? Because he chose betray as well, and he's your grandson. What, so double standards now, Tenryuji? Huh? Shouldn't have picked a fight with a paramedic then. Smart ass.
Shut up.
You're just making it worse, Sigma, I'm just telling you now. These are the kind of these witty remarks you keep in your head. You don't say it out loud to the guy who's pissed off. Fine. I shoved my hands in my pockets and looked around the room. Infirmary, infirmary. Jeez, and he was so happy just a few minutes ago. So, is it just you here?
On this side of the divider, yeah.
Oh, who's on the other side then? This side.
Quark's over there. Look around. And there's... You really gonna make me say it?
Oh, the lady who was murdered, you mean? Yeah, about that. I mean, maybe that's why he's more pissed off compared to last time, because he saw this lady who was killed and now he's down to beat 1 BP? Whereas last time he didn't even see the lady die. So he was in probably a better frame of mind. I don't know. Who is this lady and what's her relation to you? Yeah. You've been acting kind of weird ever since we found her. I have a feeling if I choose ally with him, he's going to be more open to discussing, you know, the identity of that lady. Or at least more receptive to our advances here. I don't think we're going to get an answer in this flow. Why is that?
Oh, what? Isn't that normal? We found a dead body. Who the hell doesn't get a little freaked out? What ain't normal is all of you just running around like nothing happened.
I mean, he's got a point.
Hell, some of you probably don't even remember she's in here.
That's just because we got a lot of other stuff to think about. Can you blame them for being a little single-minded? They're trying to escape from a game that's just made it clear it has no problems killing them.
Oh, just trying to survive, huh?
I mean, kinda, yeah. Sure, like, the mystery of the woman is kind of important, but there's nothing we can do for her now. Getting freaked out about that is just gonna make things worse. We just need to focus on getting out of here. And when the adrenaline's pumping through you, you know...
Then don't you think we ought to figure out who killed her first?
That is true. But we have nothing to go on, other than the fact that she was found in the room where Kay and Clover were. Or where they came out from, right? What does that have to do with anything?
You don't think much, do you? I'll bet you a pound of neodymium the bastard who grabbed us is the same bastard who killed her.
I don't have any neodymium if I lose, though. I don't even know what that is.
Who else could it be?
If Zero is one of us, then you're saying one of us murdered the old lady. But who? Weren't we all together? Or did someone sneak off? It would have to be Zero themselves, right? Because the doors are locked behind us. Only Zero would have that kind of admin access around the place. The master key. You saw it too, right? The person in the gas mask.
Yeah.
Did you notice
Not
anything?
really. The gas made pretty short work of me. Me and Quark.
Were you together at the time? What? You and Quark were grabbed together?
Yeah. Yeah, we were.
Is he your grandson?
So what if he is? Why do you want to know?
Alright, well, we already knew that, but it's nice to have the confirmation.
That doesn't have anything to do with what's going on here.
Why weren't you paired up with him, you know? Why was he in a separate room? Just for shits and giggles? Why even grab these two together? But what if it does? Maybe it'll shed some light on something else.
I'm pretty sure it won't.
Why's that?
Quark's got nothing to do with this.
And you do? So it's got something to do with you then?
What is it, goddammit?
I just need answers, okay?
What do you want? Why don't you just leave me alone?
I'm trying to figure out a connection as to why we were all kidnapped. You and Quark were kidnapped together. That's gotta mean something. Because you're suspicious.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's gotta turn that around right quick.
There's nothing suspicious about me.
Alright, tell me this then. When and where did Zero Senior abduct you?
Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna tell that to someone who betrayed me.
Yeah, see, he's not gonna be open at giving us answers. Alright, fine. I'll just ask Quark. Quark!
Hey, stop it. Quark! Don't tell him a damn thing!
He betrayed as well, you know, so you can fuck off. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously though, come on, man. Oh, you're getting more suspicious by the... I'd started toward the partition as I spoke, with the intention of finding Quark. I found him as I rounded the divider, but... Oh, he's delirious. He was just standing there. A blank, slightly confused look on his face. Is he already succumbing to, radical sex? Hey, Quark? You alright? Can you hear me?
Huh? What?
Uh-oh.
Is something happening?
I turned to look at Tenmyuji. He looked back, confused. Weren't you listening to our conversation?
Yeah.
Then?
You were just talking so fast. I couldn't really understand.
Really now? Fast?
My head felt kind of foggy, and I couldn't really make out what you were saying. I'm fine now, though.
Yeah, until you pull out a scalpel and try to stab us.
Whatever it was seems to be gone.
Looks like your little hat's not really providing much protection. Are you sure you're okay?
I think I'm just tired. Being stuck in this place is pretty exhausting.
I don't blame you.
And...
He glanced at the bed in the back of the room. On it lay the body of the old woman. What? Tenmyuji. What the hell were you thinking? You can't let Quark back here.
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. Quark, get over here.
I mean, yeah, it was a bad idea. Jeez. I can't believe it only took until now for Sigma to say that. Anyway. You're really sure you're okay now?
yeah.
Maybe Luna should have a look at you. Supposedly, she's some sort of doctor.
She has a medical license.
I said I was fine.
For all I know, she can drive an ambulance.
Gosh, Grandpa, you're such a worrier. You always freak out over nothing.
You're such a warrior.
I'm fine.
Really? Well, looks to me like you're doing fine. I guess we don't have anything to worry about.
Yep. Come on. Let's get back to work.
Well,
I'm
I need some
guessing
answers.
you didn't find a secret passage somewhere, huh?
Nope.
I see.
Yeah. I'll go check up on the others then. Come on, dude, we were supposed to ask him where he got abducted from, Sigma. Tenmyuji. Keep an eye on him, alright? Yeah. Like we don't know you have to look after your own grandson.
What, you think I need you to tell me that?
I grinned and turned toward the exit. Oh, you son of a bitch, Sigma. God. He's that guy. We're that guy. Where to go next? Let's go to the crew quarters. Let's see who else we can piss off. Because we're doing a right good job of that. Hello. So only 2 people in there. Where's everybody else? Just chilling in the lounge, having a cup of coffee maybe? Alright.
Oh, Sigma.
Oh, you sound disappointed.
Well, have you found anything?
No. What
Nothing.
about you?
I looked through 3 or 4 of the rooms in here. No secret passages so far.
No bombs? What about the 4th room?
I don't think we're gonna find any. Do you really think Zero Senior is that stupid?
No, I don't, but I'm just entertaining everyone's request, because we've got nothing to lose, right?
You're probably right. A secret passageway would be a pretty serious oversight.
But then again, that's why it's a secret passageway, right?
I have a lot of choice adjectives for Zero, but I admit stupid isn't one of them.
Right?
I wonder what Alice and Clover's involvement is in this as well. Hey, there's something I've been wondering about. So, what exactly is the deal with the two of you? What kind of agency do you guys work for that lets you wear such revealing clothing?
What do you mean?
Well, you obviously know each other pretty well.
Yeah, we do. We're half-sisters.
Excuse me? No way. I'm not buying that.
Any chance you'd buy that one?
Sorry.
Then what do you think we are?
Partners in crime. That is a strange animation on Alice there. I've never seen her quite so pleased with herself. Probably because she was just angry at us the entire time last time. I didn't feel like playing games. What's headquarters supposed to mean?
What?
I heard you two talking in the infirmary. You said something about getting in touch with headquarters. Wow. You guys are like synchronized swimmers, really, but for playing dumb. Synchronized dummers.
Alice, what should we do?
Just asks her out in the open. Alice laid her hands on her hips and sighed.
Clover and I are co-workers.
I see. Okay. Where do you, co-work?
We can't tell you that.
Of course not. Why not? Is it some sort of secret government project that you can't talk about?
You can tell yourself that if it makes you feel better.
I will. Does it have something to do with Zero?
Well, why would you think that?
Because you seem to know more about Zero than you're letting on, Clover. The way you were talking in the infirmary. There's even a Zero. Sure sounds like you've heard of Zero before to me. And Alice, from what you two were saying, I'd bet you know something about Zero too. Am I wrong? Come on, you can't hide it forever. Just tell me what's going on here.
Well, this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
No, but is it the second?
Clover.
It's okay. I think we can tell him a little.
What do you mean this isn't the first time?
About a year ago,
A year
9
ago?
people were kidnapped and forced to play a game.
Is it a year ago? I thought it was 3. Maybe I'm just misremembering. But yeah, there it is. The gigantic.
The rules were different, but it was called the Nonary Game too. Oh, wait. I guess only 7 of them were really kidnapped.
2 of them actually were the masterminds behind it.
I mean, 2 of them were actually the ones behind it.
Exactly. Santa and June.
No, I guess if I count the other 2,
Or
then there were
Aoi
9.
And Kane.
Anyway, the people behind that Nonary Game also called themselves Zero.
Whoa, hold on there, Clover. Can you give me more details? Besides, how do you even know about this in the first place?
Because I was part of it. I was
Yes.
one of the people who got kidnapped.
And killed multiple times until I figured out a way to save everyone. Or everyone that was supposed to be saved, right? What? You mean this is your second Nonary game?
No,
What?
it's my 3rd.
3rd now. Is it because she said a year ago she played that other Nonary game? Was that the second one, and this is the 3rd? What the hell? 3rd? Oh, sorry. The first one would be when she was a kid. Second one was that, and then 3rd is this. Alright, gotcha. Sorry. It's misremembering things. Let me just get into my Zero escape frame of mind.
The same thing happened 10 years ago.
Yeah. Wait. What are you... Then that means you have to have something to do with this!
I guess you could say that.
What do you mean, you guess? How could you not? Whoever keeps doing these Nonary games must have decided they wanted you to play a 3rd one.
No, I don't think so.
Then? Why not?
Because the game was run by a different person both times.
Well, someone's obviously, like, got access to knowledge of the first 2 games, otherwise why would they, 1, call it the Nonary game, 2, call themselves Zero, and 3, make use of these bracelets?
And the guy behind the first Nonary Game has already been arrested.
Right. What about the second one? You said there were 2 people for that one.
They're still on the run, but...
Fugitives, huh? Then it has to be them.
No.
Why are they on the run, though? You'd think the participants of the Nonary game last time wouldn't have, turned themselves in, or wouldn't have, given them up to turn themselves in, right?
I really don't think so.
Why?
Because they already did what they were trying to do.
They only needed to do it to save Akane 10 years ago, right? There's no need to do this one.
There's no way they'd have another Nonary game.
But that mask, though, right? What's the connection here? Did Junpei go crazy or something? Okay, well, that makes no sense. So let me see if I have this straight. The Nonary game has already been done twice by different people and for different reasons.
Yes. Well, I can't be totally sure, but I think so.
Then why is whoever's doing this calling it the Nonary game? Is it just a coincidence that they're calling themselves Zero? No, it can't be a coincidence.
I don't know.
Because Clover's participating in it as well, and so is Alice. It's too much. That's not good enough. You've got to think. Clover, you're the key to figuring all this out, but you've got to think.
But I don't know.
Damn it.
Oh,
What?
the gas mask.
Exactly. The gas mask? Oh, yeah. I saw it too. But what about it?
Well, somebody in a gas mask showed up and used that white smoke stuff on me.
Isn't that familiar?
That's what happened a year ago. And that's what happened on the 22nd. Someone with a gas mask attacked Alice and me while we were...
On the 22nd? 3 days before me. Whoa. Then it's got to be the same person.
But I don't know why they do that. I mean, they already did what they needed to do. And if it was them, then I don't know why all these other people are here.
Every one of us is different, right? Except for Alice. She's the only other person you know, right? And we don't know about Kay.
Except for me and Alice, none of you guys have anything to do with what happened a year ago.
So you're admitting that Alice had something to do with the Nonary game last time?
Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know I didn't have anything to do with it. Are you sure you've never met any of the other people here?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Except for Kay.
I know I've never met Luna, or Dio, or Tenmyoji, or Quark, or Phi. But Kay...
We don't know anything
Right.
about this guy. Or girl.
There's no way to know who he is under that armor. And if his memory loss is real, he wouldn't know even if he had met any of us.
What's the deal with him?
Unless we can get that mask off him, I can't say for sure if I've met him before or not.
Okay. Keep going. What happened with the first and second Nonary games? Maybe they can tell us something. Before she could respond, Alice spoke up.
Sorry, but I think that's all you're going to get.
Really? Come on, man. What?
We don't
Why?
have any proof that you're not Zero Senior.
Fine.
If you are, then she'd be telling our enemy all our secrets. I can't let that happen.
I mean, fair enough. Are you an idiot? For one, I'm not Zero. Yeah, but they don't know that, okay? Second, even if I was, I'd already know everything you're refusing to tell me. That's also true. There's no reason for you to do
I
this.
wouldn't say that. Maybe there's something we know that Zero Senior doesn't.
Yeah, and I might pick up on it. And that would be...
Are you deaf? I said we're not telling you.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Let's go, Clover. There's one more room we haven't visited.
Oh, okay. Coming.
Hey, hold on a minute!
Goodbye.
Well, good day to you, madam. The only word that appropriately describes how they left the room would be stalked. Well, they just locked me in here? Gee, thanks. I could have followed them, sure. But it was clear I wouldn't be getting any more information out of Alice or Clover. Damn it. I kicked one of the lockers angrily, but it only rattled back at me. There wasn't anything more I could do. It was time to move on to a different room. Where did I want to go? There was only one place left to go. The lounge. where we can learn what Luna has to say, as well as Kay and Dio. And Vi. Alright. So, Clover's finally admitted that she was part of the previous Nonary game. That's just good. Great. I'm happy that Sigma's now up to speed on that. Alright, ominous
Sigma.
music. Huh, okay. What are you bloody scoffing at me for?
Another dude. This place is turning into a real sausage fest.
Shouldn't Fi and Luna be in here? What are you telling me for? Oh yeah, you were one of the first people in here, weren't you? Why don't you run off to the crew quarters then? Bloody agents underdressed and barely, like, covered are there as well, so you can have a nice little time there.
Yeah, so?
Well, did you notice anything?
No. Although I guess I did notice that the sofa's pretty comfortable.
Wow, that's fantastic, Dio. Thank you so much. Okay, how about something more useful?
I'd say that the comfort level of a sofa is pretty useful.
Nice. Right.
Dio, what's this?
Total lunar eclipse, 2028, December 31st, 4:50.
That? What, you can't tell? It's a dirty magazine.
Oh, come on. It's about astronomy. Can you even read?
Can you even see? Just look at those rings on Saturn. Don't they excite you?
You maybe. Different strokes, I guess.
It appears to be a special dedicated to a lunar eclipse. The cover says the eclipse can be observed on December 31st, 2028.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess it did say something like that.
I mean, it's only on the front cover. December 31st, huh? That's 6 days from now, right?
6 days, huh?
That's assuming, you know, that's today. We're still on Christmas. Because Clover and Alice just said they got kidnapped on the 22nd. Who's to say that I was the last one kidnapped?
You mean today is December 25th?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it is. Depends on how long I was out after they hit me with that gas, I suppose.
Hey, Kay. Your team went to the crew quarters, right? Did you find anything?
Nothing of interest.
You'd better not be hiding something.
There really wasn't anything helpful. At least, nothing that could help us escape. There was a book about a cat, though.
Schrodinger's
A
cat.
cat? What, so now Zero Senior's a crazy cat lady? Just what the hell are we supposed to do with that tidbit?
Well, it's more useful than how comfortable the sofa is.
Hey! The sofa's comfort level is very useful.
Well, go sit down then.
What?
I think you must have misunderstood me. This book isn't for, cat ladies. It's about Schrodinger's cat.
I don't really give a shit about the breed, genius. Anyway, I'm a dog person, if you couldn't tell.
No, it's not an issue of breed.
Okay. So it's a story about poor Mr. Schrodinger and his beloved cat, right?
Why don't you just let the guy explain it to you, dickhead, while you sit down on the sofa and have a little wank?
Don't tell me. The cat dies at the end.
Depends.
Who fucking who?
Fine.
Oh dear. It makes me laugh, I'm not gonna lie though.
Never mind.
Just as I was about to open my mouth and tell Kay that I cared about what he'd found, even if Dio didn't, Luna and Fi appeared. There you go. Establish an equilibrium of private parts.
Oh, hello, Sigma.
Hello.
So this is where you were.
Did any of you find anything?
Nope, we got
You
squat.
were looking, though, right?
Yes, we were looking at squatting on the sofa.
Hey, answer me.
Well, I mean, we weren't wasting time. I was just asking them what they'd found.
And?
Nothing.
Useless.
Don't bloody call me useless, alright? I'm trying to figure out stuff as well.
What about you, Sigma? You were one of the people searching the infirmary, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot. All I found was Radical 6. The article, that is, not the actual virus. It'd take too long to explain. Just have a look at this. I dug the paper out of my pocket and handed it to Luna.
It looks like a piece of newspaper.
Yeah. We found it in the infirmary safe.
The headline says, Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities.
What? What is Radical 6?
You don't know, but you have a medical license. Just read the article.
Okay. The Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The WHO has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised.
What does it all mean? It's like Ice 9 all over again. A cold silence fell over the room. For several long minutes, no one spoke. It was Kay who finally broke the spell.
Is there a chance? I mean, I certainly hope it isn't the case, but could it be that this facility is, in fact, one of the quarantine locations that clipping mentions?
So they quarantined, what, 9 people? Come on. There's gotta be more infected than that.
Then, you're saying we're all infected with this Radical 6 virus?
Though it is true that some of us are infected. I don't know. It doesn't really fit. I mean, none of us have shown any kind of symptoms, right? Except for Dio. Sorry, except for Quark. The words were barely out of my mouth when I remembered. Quark. No. He'd just been tired, right? I wonder about this. Because I went to the infirmary first and ran into Quark and did this. What if I went to the infirmary last? Would I know this little tidbit of information?
Are you suggesting that our incarceration here has nothing to do with this article?
Yeah. It just doesn't add up. The order's backwards. Maybe if we'd been thrown in here after this virus started spreading. But right now it looks like we were abducted before this thing turned into a pandemic.
What? What makes you say that?
How's that make any kind of sense?
We don't even know what date this article was written. But then again, none of us were aware of what Radical 6 is, so it must have taken place after we were kidnapped.
Besides, you found that article in the safe, right?
Maybe this is the only way to eliminate Radical 6 from the world, this whole Nonary game. Just like how we had to maintain timeline continuity with Akane when she had to mastermind the first Nonary game, or the second Nonary game technically.
That means Zero Senior put it there specifically so we could find it and read it.
But why? What does Zero want us to know this for?